Coach Alyssa here with my amazing client, Jocelyn. She's graduating from Active with Alyssa after 6 months of working with us, and she's going to be sharing her story and her transformation. So, hi, Jocelyn. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for being
Awesome.
here.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
yeah, just like wanted to kind of see where you're at. And I guess my first question is like, where were you 6 months ago before you joined Active?
Okay, so 6 months ago, I feel like I wanted to start my fitness journey, but I didn't know where to start, how to start, what I should be doing, what I should be eating, kind of just like lost in a way. And I feel like I really needed like some structure when it comes to like my fitness life because this is something that I've like never had like taken the action to do within like all my adult life. And I felt like now is the time. And so yeah, I kind of just was very curious of like what life could be like if I started becoming active again, and, like actually taking control and like taking matters into my own hands. So yeah, just kind of like lost in a way.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I guess like what made you want to start and like make a change and like what about the program stood out to you where you're like, I want to do this?
Right. So um what stood out to me is, as you know, I've known you for like 10 plus years, and I just felt like seeing your clients previous and like seeing like how much like you've already changed people's lives. I kind of was like, oh, this is something that I'm interested in. And it's also with a trusted individual that I can like see myself working with. And I just feel like before all of this, I did basketball. I stopped in my junior year of high school, and then after that, I kind of like lost like myself in a way, not only like through like I feel like I just didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was for a long time until I would say about when I was 24 years old. And then I went through something pretty traumatic last summer that had really like changed the way that I thought about life and like how I want to be perceived and also how I want to like look at myself and like my self-worth. And I know that I had to put a change, I had to make a change, and nothing was changing if nothing was changing. And so I felt like for a long time I didn't know who Jocelyn was and kind of just going through the motion, bringing to everybody else. But that's a beautiful thing about this journey is I was able to not only pour my time into people, but like also pour my time into myself and with like my busy lifestyle, like with having work and then like being with your family and like all these different things. Like I just knew like the way that you had made the program to be was exactly what it was. And it's been just so amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, that's so good. And yeah, thank you for sharing that. And yeah, like tell us like where you're at now, like what are your results and yeah, what's
Right.
that?
And so 6 months, so from 6 months ago to now, I just feel like I finally know who I am as a person. I feel like it's so beautiful to say like that I've found myself again. I mean, it wasn't an easy process, but it was something that I knew that I needed to do, and I was dedicated to changing. And like I always love to say, if nothing changes, nothing changes if nothing changes. And I feel like now I have a healthy eating relationship with food. I used to binge eat, especially when I was stressed or I felt like anxiety, depression. I felt like I would always resort to food. And I felt like I have now created a healthy balance of, yeah, like indulging in like the things that I want to, but also like finding the balance where staying on track, staying on plan and not restricting myself. I feel like one thing that I did start when I first started the program is I was very restrictive and I was like, I can't eat this, I can't eat this. But throughout this, I feel like you've guided me into like you can also do that and enjoy your life. Like you don't have to, and that's one thing that it's like one meal's not going to change your entire progress. And then another thing is the way that I view myself, like my appearance. I feel like it's kind of crazy seeing like myself from 6 months ago to now. It's kind of like actually like bizarre, like how much your like physical body can change. Also, without like losing a drastic amount of weight. It's not like I lost 10, 15 pounds. I lost, I think I think the lowest I was last week was 170, 147. And I think like that's like about like 6 pounds. So I feel like it's it's just been so amazing. I feel like my mentality has changed. Like I feel like I have a healthier mentality. I feel like I'm not second guessing myself when I step into the gym. Like even if it's like a new gym that I'm going to, it might be uncomfortable, but I know what I'm going in there to do. I know what routine I have. Like and I just feel like the way that I look at life also is a lot differently. I mean, when you hit rock bottom, I mean, it can get really dark and really depressing, but when you start finding yourself again, especially me like relying on God, especially through all of this, it's actually crazy how much like life can change just in a short amount of time. I know 6 months may seem long, but really it's in a blink of an eye. And it's just, I feel like my whole life really did a 180. I would say 360, but literally did a whole 180 and for the better, for the complete better, like every single aspect.
Yes. Oh, I love that. That's so good. And it's like fitness is just exactly what we talk about in this program. It's so much more than just like the physical, but like, of course, you had the physical transformation. Like, you grew your glutes and you shrunk your waist like 3 inches with
Mhm.
losing only 6 pounds. Like, it was like you were the ultimate body recomposition, like perfect example, like perfect transformation. So
Thank
I
you.
think that's amazing. And yeah, I guess like last question is
Mhm.
what advice would you give anybody who's looking to start?
So my advice would be don't wait. Like there's never going to be a perfect timing for absolutely anything in your life. And also don't be so hard on yourself. I feel like when I first started, I was so hard on myself, like, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't, but it's a learning curve. Like you're not gonna get it all right away. And if you do, hey, more props to you. Like that's so awesome. But you gotta learn how to give yourself grace, especially with like a huge transition and especially like when you really do start putting yourself first, it's gonna feel uncomfortable. It's gonna get feel a little weird. You might feel like a little selfish, but at the end of the day, that's what's going to get you to where you need to be. And yeah, my advice is don't be too strict on yourself. Literally just go with the flow. Know that you have an amazing support system, Alyssa, and anything that you need, it's going to get taken care of. And just embrace who you are and embrace the journey that you're on because you never know where it could take you. Like literally, you never know.
Yes. Oh, so good. I'm getting chills. I love this. This is so, so good. And yeah, thank you so much, Jocelyn, for sharing your story and, being vulnerable and just like having that offering of like encouragement for other women. And it's just been so amazing working with you, and I'm really excited to see all that you're gonna do next.
Yeah, you've been absolutely fantastic. Literally, anybody, oh, recommend. 10 out of 10, 5 stars, 5 stars.
Thank you.
You're welcome.